Man, I wasn't even looking for this. One of my buddies, Bo, reached out to me, and he found a generator for sale on Facebook Marketplace. It was going to go to scrap if somebody didn't buy it. Super cheap, 100 kilowatts, Detroit diesel. It was not in running condition, so very, very inexpensive. I didn't have time to go pick it up, so he went and got it for me, and I got to go to his place in Augusta, Georgia area and pick it up. So me and George are going to borrow a trailer from our buddy Denny Joe, a truck and trailer, and we're going to head to Augusta to pick it up. We only got like a 30-hour window to get there and get back before we got to be back for work, and the weather is not looking very good for this trip. It's kind of an evil-looking sky in front of us. Yeah, our buddy bought this truck at an auction, I think it was, but he's never really driven it at night or on any road trips, so this is a new experience for it. It's been raining off and on the whole time. The headlights are terrible. We're going to find out here in just a minute. The headlights are so bad. All right, so we made it to the generator. We're actually in South Carolina, but just across the border from Augusta, Georgia. Yeah, you know you got good friends when they'll pick up stuff like this for you and let it sit at their place for a couple weeks until you can get down and pick it up. So his tractor can't pick it up. It's too heavy for it, but I brought some cedar logs with us that we're gonna make Fred Flintstone tires out of and put under it and roll it on the cedar logs.
I didn't work that out.
I think we're okay. Try going up. Watch yourself, George. Just stay back. Oh yeah.
Hey, shit, it worked. The heavy part's on the end by the radiator, so I didn't want to pull it too far.
Hang on, let's take this one board out. This one log's not doing shit. Let's pull it out and bring it up to the front.
Yeah, there you go.
Let me get close up to the...
We'll leave it a little so it's got some traveling room.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it should, the weight, hopefully we can get it to rock a little.
Yeah. All right, ready?
Yeah. We have no way of stopping it if it comes forward on its own,
Yeah.
which may happen.
Once it starts going up.
Right there.
This is where the bumps in the logs are coming in handy. They're like little brakes.
Yeah, that's smart.
You pull that one out and put it in front.
Yep. Just don't ever put yourself under it.
We're going to need to make sure we make something to transition
Before-
up because it's going to get caught in those fins.
Well, they're at an angle, so it might pull it up, like a step. I think they'll...
Yeah, we might want to put some 4x4s just to help it.
You think the bar would probably not move? I probably won't rock that thing at all.
Let's see what it does.
Okay.
We might just be...
Pull the truck forward too, I guess. You gotta come farther forward.
With your log?
Yeah.
I think it'll
You
push.
can grab it.
Yeah. Just don't let it roll up on you.
Boy, I sure wish that this was...
Did it catch over there?
Yeah, so let me get the pipe on that deep.
Well, the winch on the trailer quit, so we're going to use the winch on his rescue vehicle here that he's got. It's got a big winch, and we're going to use that to finish getting it up on there.
Right?
Yeah, I would stand that way.
Let me get on that side and force it this way, maybe.
It's really got some tension on it right now. It's tight.
You want me to push it?
Either.
You ought to go now.
I've got those 3 spools of wire too if you want to put them up front if you want to take them.
This video is sponsored by Dr. Marty, Nature's Blend. Our dog Leroy absolutely loves this dog food. He's such a picky eater, we could never force him to eat anything he's not interested in, and he absolutely loves it, so he's not a paid actor. If you're one of the millions of dog owners, you're likely aware that maintaining a healthy dog can be complicated. Joint discomfort, bad odor, lack of energy, smelly breath are just a handful of the troubles that a dog could experience. But what exactly separates a healthy dog from an unhealthy dog? According to Dr. Marty Goldstein, one of America's most renowned holistic veterinarians, there is one potentially dangerous substance which is found in many dog foods that you should stop feeding your dog immediately. If your dog has been feeling tired and not having the energy it used to, this one compound could be the reason. Many dog food manufacturers have this substance in their dog foods, and it's one that most dogs consume on a daily basis. This is something that is not being reported by most mainstream media and big dog food manufacturers. After years of research, Dr. Marty has decided to release an informative video to the public, free and uninterrupted, showcasing exactly which foods you should stop feeding your dog. He explains why you need to be feeding your dog Nature's Blend, which you can find out right now by going to healthydog1.com/bus or by clicking the link in the description box below. That's healthydog1.com/bus. Just by making this one simple change he made to help support dogs' overall health, you can also do the same change right in your own home, and it just takes a few minutes a day. Go find that video at healthydog1.com/bus or click the link in the description in the video below. You won't believe how simple this is. This giant thing is the muffler that goes on it, so we're going to want a muffler for sure. Well, Bo and George were definitely a big help on getting this thing loaded. I mean, it looks a little easier on the video than it was in real life. Okay, we're back on the road again. We got bad weather again today. Real bad storms coming right at us. So we'll see if we can find an area to pull off before we get to them. Yeah, I definitely think this exit because the winds are picking up. course, we're gonna have thunderstorms on the way home too. We just made it to this exit before it really unleashed on us. So we sat this out. We didn't have to drive in the rain, let it take a half hour sort of go through, and then get back on the road. We did make it to Buc-ee's. That truck is a gas engine. And we had to make like 6 fuel stops on the trip. It was crazy. It's almost like it leaks gas, but it doesn't, just uses a lot. These guys had a little car meet going on at the Buc-ee's.
I know, I called you.
Well, after the rain, it really was a beautiful drive home. It was about 8.5 hours. My bus hates climbing this hill, by the way. Yeah, heading the other way. Flip my propane injection on it. It does a lot better for sure. After all that rain. This thing is right at my tractor's weight limits for lifting it. It'll just barely lift it. You got to help it just a little. And we added a bunch of extra weight again to the back of the tractor for counterbalance. We're going to kind of pull the trailer away slowly with the ramps so that in case the tractor does tip a little bit, that it'll have the ramps to set it on.
Okay. Go ahead and go slow. Stopping down the end. Well, I don't know how far that out. Turn the stop shot. Down, down. Stop. Got greedy on that one. Whoa. Before you pivot. Alright, let's go down another inch and then tip it. Okay? There we go. Well, during the tick, I'd rather tip it down. I don't think I'll still get back. That's going to fall out. Oh, I got it. Okay. Down, shot, down. Down, shot, down. Almost down there. 6 inches stop. You're not stressed at all. Here, take this pry bar. This thing might weigh 10,000 pounds. It might weigh 2. Fucking the tractor might fit.
So now it's time to see if we can get this thing running. Shouldn't take a whole lot of work, I don't think. Look at the oil in this thing. Golden. 328 hours on this thing. Make sure the emergency shut-off flap will work. Yep, it works. Shuts off the air intake. I can see there's some giant electrical cables in there that are just kind of touching each other. And we don't want to get zappy, so we're going to secure everything in there before we fire it up. This is no joke, no, you know, AC, 100 kilowatts, that'd be dangerous. I guess on this giant breaker is what those hook into. I don't know which one goes where. I guess they're numbered 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna bump the starter here. He's gonna hold that rack in the off position. We're just making sure the rack doesn't get stuck. I'm gonna flip this switch here manual, and it should turn over. We're gonna turn it over a couple revolutions, make sure the rack is still free. There's no fuel, we don't have any fuel hooked up to it yet. Ready? Mm-hmm. Once it got faster, it was sucking that in on your hand. Yeah. It's gonna go to 1800 RPM when it does start, and the rack still moves.
Yeah.
Okay, I can put the valve cover back on. Okay, I'm gonna try and prime this fuel line here, see if it works.
There it is then.
There's fuel going through here. There's a little transmission fluid in that line to begin with, but keep pushing. If it gets really hard pressure,
It's kind of hard.
that's pretty hard. It's gonna shoot the hose out. Okay. Oh, there it goes. It's coming out. That's what we wanted. Okay.
There's filter in there.
So it should scream. If things go horribly wrong, George, you want to have the job of removing the fuel line, which this one's going to squirt fuel on you because it's the return.
Okay, so the
leave
red,
that-
don't pull the red,
Yeah,
pull
just
the other.
pull the clear one out.
Yes.
And then it can only run on however much fuel we're giving it,
Okay.
unless it's running away on engine oil. And then in that case, we would have to flip this little thing here to shut down the air
Okay.
thing, but I don't think we have to do that.
I'm pulling that or flipping that. And no matter what,
And then Steve,
I'm
let's
not gonna
stand over
be,
here so we're not blocking the camera.
I'm not gonna be fast enough no matter what.
Well, it'll run for a little bit on that fuel. What's your job, Jonathan? Just to watch?
Senior chief.
Make sure George does a good job.
Well, hey,
Can we put a board across the bottom of that? Or is there not a way to do it?
I want Jonathan to tell me what to do. Tell me
You
what to
wouldn't be able to, you wouldn't be covering the whole thing just because of those bolts and
Okay. Let's just see if it starts.
stuff. It will instantly produce power? Not
Yeah,
instantly.
we've got the things off on a breaker over here.
Oh, so nothing's going to be touching
As
nothing?
far as I know, we don't have anything touching anything.
Well, no, George has to kill it.
I don't even know how to turn it off on the engine switch. Now that I think about it.
Is this the switch?
That's how I started it. When it hit start, I just went to manual.
Ooh, we're crank. That's cool.
I do have these on off too, so hopefully that's okay.
put a fresh mind and there's nothing.
Yeah, I don't know when it's actually firing if you can even pull that thing out. This guy.
Yeah, how do you think you would?
Because I mean, it was trying to pull me in.
Oh, off is up.
No, off is in the middle.
Oh, off is in the middle. Like reset.
Maybe I gotta, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But this thing over here should be, this is the electric, this has to be the shutdown on it. But I just didn't see that actually move anything. But maybe once the governor's,
That did move.
once the governor's spinning, maybe that'll.
Once you bumped it, it kicked it up.
I love it. Fuck it.
I hate to turn it off by taking the fuel out and losing prime on it, but
Well,
it
maybe
was easy
We
for
could
us.
just kill it through the shutdown, right?
Yeah, if that works.
On your when you started it to manual,
Yeah.
did it return
Yes,
or
it did.
stayed on manual?
I don't know.
Can I just bump it once, or are you afraid it'll start?
It might start.
Okay. I'm curious if that switch. It'd be awesome if it stays in manual.
Oh, these are lights.
Yeah.
Manual auto reset.
You want to record this on the machine? And the only thing, removing fuel should take care of any of our problems.
Don't get me in there. I got a sexy new haircut.
We ready?
Yep.
You don't have to be that Johnny on the spot with it, Jordan.
Are you
It
kidding?
is. You know it's going to start and go instantly to 1800 RPM, so it's going to scream.
Okay.
It has exhaust.
It was ready to fire,
Mm-hmm.
but
Was that a toggle then?
it was definitely a toggle. I let go and it went back to the middle, so was I going to turn it on?
You can't push it up at all? So off/reset is the same thing. Here. You can go down.
Let me see what it does. Ready? Let me make sure that's still recording. Definitely don't want to miss this. Yeah, that's recording. Okay. It was firing.
Hopefully, Jim from 07 did it right.
Yeah. Okay, so I took it from manual because I think the starter was still spinning, but maybe it does for a bit and then it knows. Is there a wire?
We're getting there too, so it's gonna.
Yeah. Okay, here we go again. You ready? If you hear the starter not stop, I don't want to let. There's a solenoid on there though. There's a solenoid there.
She's got an orange and a brown.
What I don't know is maybe there's something disconnected here that once it gets these AC power, that solenoid cuts off on the starter.
Yeah, but mine takes a while, even after it starts, for AC power to actually generate.
Yeah.
I'd almost like to believe they're separate, regulated.
Well, it is shutting off. When I shut that off, when it goes back to the off, let's just see what it does. You ready?
Yeah. That's badass. So the starter stayed engaged until it hit a certain.
Yeah, and then it cut out.
Cut out.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a hand on it. You could
And
feel
with no
it.
muffler, it wasn't nearly as loud as I thought it was going to be.
Neighbors are gonna be pissed if you run out of power. This motherfucker's gonna be running.
Hey, we can put her on the property line.
We'll share.
We'll share.
Warm up,
Yeah.
spray some water.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, sounds of nature. Something happens and we lose all our solar. Well, this 3-phase 100 kilowatt generator is an awesome addition to our property. We're going to be running it off of used oil and transmission fluid, stuff like that. So we'll be able to charge our batteries here and use it in a situation if we lose power, or we can supply power to RVs. But we will get the muffler hooked up. It's going to be a lot quieter then. We're going to put it in a permanent structure as well. Now we're going to fix the winch on our buddy's trailer we borrowed. It's the ground wire. The ground cable to the winch is just completely disintegrated. It's not a good ground. Let's see how far that.
Okay.
I got the whole wire. Gonna replace the battery in his trailer for the winch too. I've got these lithium batteries that you can get on Amazon. I'll put a link to them in there. We've been using them for all kinds of projects on the property, but they're very inexpensive, and this is gonna be a nice replacement for them. Yeah, you know, $169 for a lithium 12 volt, 100 amp hour battery. That's crazy cheap.
Just give it a bump and see if I was.
Hey, works.
Good? Yeah, let her eat.
Yeah, when your buddy lets you borrow his equipment, make sure you give it back in better condition than the condition you picked it up in. That's always a plus. Well, it's nice that they sold it as a non-running generator. We did nothing to make it run other than add fuel to it. And the price, you know, is $1,500, so super cheap for that. I could more than double my money easily on it, but I'd rather have it here for the property just as a backup generator. You know, it's EMP safe, I think. We'll be able to make power in case of a disaster or something. So it's a nice addition to the property and it's super cheap.
You can see that up the holler through the trees, and from a mile away you can hear them play as they climb that hill with ease. But at the top of that mountain there's a new life waiting for those who can make the run. If they can make it to the top, Scott will put them in the shop till their new life has begun. Mountain, where the buses come to run.